Welcome to InfoWars. I'm your host, Alex Jones.
And I'm the guest, Jordan.
And today, our situation is we are going to be talking about gun wars.
This is a very...
And before we begin, let me just shut you up for a second, you small child. Today's episode of InfoWars is sponsored by Monster Energy. The better way to drink. Are you drinking a Red Bull?
I need to be different, okay? I prefer Red Bull better.
You friggin' interloper! Get out of my studio!
Okay, let's not start a debate on the energy drinks yet, right? So I think today we're here for a tragic recent shooting in a gamers convention, where someone, I'm pretty sure they just got mad and pulled out a gun and started popping people.
So let me ask you a question, Jordan.
I like that.
Jordan, say that you were at a gaming convention and that you had a gun and that you got angry after you'd been killed in a game, might I add. Would you get up and start shooting everybody because you have a gun on you?
I mean, I wouldn't. Like, to be honest, I'm a big gamer, you know.
But do you accept that there are people who would do such a thing?
I do accept it, and I do think, there needs to be some action taken, not towards the guns themselves, but I do think towards the people that have the mental illnesses or the kind of the thoughts of shooting people up.
Okay then, Jordan. So let me tell you something. Here's a little fact, okay? Back in a certain decade, in a country called Australia, we had an event called the Port Arthur massacre shooting.
Yeah.
Now so let me tell you, since then, do you know how many mass shootings there have been in Australia? Or mass school shootings, should I say?
I do not, please tell me.
0.
0, oh.
And you know why there have been 0 mass shootings?
Why do you think that?
Because Australia has put all of their guns, they're not legal, Jordan. You can't legally own one without a license.
I mean, it's one way to look at it, yes, but I mean, America's laws, like, we haven't changed since, the 1800s with our Second Amendment. Like, why change it now?
Why change the Second Amendment?
Just because...
Jordan, it's called an amendment.
But you can't just change something like that just because a few people are being bad eggs.
A few people... Do you realize how stupid you're sounding right now?
No, please enlighten me.
Okay, so, Australia, there have been 0 mass shootings since the guns have been gone, okay? Let me just drink some of my Monster Energy because I'm running out of energy just talking to you right now. Stop with the Red Bull. Put that down.
Can't stop it.
You do realize that you're drinking the seminal fluid of a bull, my friend.
Yep, and I also believe that guns shouldn't be illegal, so what's your point?
My point is that there have been hundreds of school shootings this year already. Hundreds of mass shootings in America this year already. Do you think that's a good thing?
No, I don't, and...
That could be prevented if we got rid of our guns.
It could also be prevented if we also treated these people, because I think you'll find that a lot of these shootings are because these people are getting either bullied at school or they've just got some sort of mental issue.
So you think that there aren't any mentally ill people in Australia? You think there aren't any mentally ill people in all the other countries where there have been 0 mass shootings?
Oh, of course there are, but you got to realize that Australia and America are completely two different countries. Like, there are...
Alright, and tell me how they're different.
There are a whole lot more people in America than there are in Australia.
And how is that a factor in any of this? Let me just
because it means that Australia isn't going to have as much mentally ill people compared to America. It's just one big scale. So say for every 20 million people in Australia, there was, 1 million? So say 1 million mentally ill people, right? I mean, that's probably not true at all, no offense to Australia. But and then say you have America that now has, 200 million. That is, 10 million people, mentally ill people. And that's going to be significantly more people that can, buy a gun and, do what they want to do.
Well, what you're saying is complete lunacy, Jordan. If we got rid of the guns in America, then who would be able to shoot people? And All right. So say if I had a gun right now, which I don't because I'm a safe American. Say if I did. Say if I had a gun right now. What's to stop me from going outside and committing a mass shooting?
Nothing. But actually, no, there is something because because every American has the right to bear an arms. You know, it doesn't really matter what it is. It might be a pistol, it might be a sniper rifle, whatever. If you went out there and just started poking people, someone could also pull out their gun and put a stop to you, whether that's either killing you or severely injuring you. And that's one of the issues at this gaming convention. No one else had a gun on them. So that guy got free will.
And if he didn't have a gun on him, nobody would have been shot. Everybody would be alive.
Fair point. But it's a Second Amendment. It's a Second Amendment. Like you can't just.
Am I actually hearing what you're saying right now?
Yeah,
You're saying that the Second Amendment is the reason why people are dying because of guns in America.
No, I'm not saying the Second Amendment.
You're saying that the reason why people should be allowed guns is because of the Second Amendment.
Yeah, like it's, you know, what if the government.
And what if the Second Amendment is wrong, Jordan?
What if the government turns against us, you know? How are we going to defend ourselves from that?
The only thing turning against us today is Alexa. And Alexa is with the CIA. I'm sure you're probably with the CIA as well, Jordan.
I'm not with the CIA.
You're probably just with the NRA.
No.
You don't want any change in the gun laws. You just want people to die. If your child was caught up in a school shooting, you would not be here right now. You would be crying at home, but wishing, please, the NRA, will you please change our gun laws? Please change our gun laws. My sweet child died in a school shooting, and now my gun laws, they get rid of them. Please, if my gun laws were gone, everyone would have blah 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 blah.
If parents are worried about their children being shot at school, then the school needs to do something about the bullies that are bullying the school. That they're bullying the.
So what are you saying? You're saying the teachers should have guns?
Yes. Like
why?
Because you're gonna have. Because if the teacher. Okay, so say there was a story, right? There was a story about a kid who planned a school shooting. He had a sawn-off shotgun in his backpack, and he was ready to pull it out. But because there was an experiment going on where the teachers were allowed to have guns, right? The kid went to go pull it out, and the teacher also pulled out her gun and said, you know, pull that out and fire, and I'll pop one in your head.
And if you loop right back around to my original point, if we had reparations on guns in this freaking country of ours right here,
but what if
we were free, then why did that child have a gun in the first place?
Why? Like, okay. So say if we did get rid of the guns, right? Who's going to stop them if they get them illegally?
Who's going to stop them?
Yeah.
Who's going to stop them if they get them illegally?
Like if we don't have
Who's
guns,
going to stop us? Who's going to stop the Australians who are getting illegally if they want to purchase them on the black market? Because on the black market, they cost about $34,000 a piece. Here, you can go into Walmart, buy one for about $120.
That's cheaper.
You know what? I'm calling my secretary.
No.
Yes.
No. See, this is why I carry a gun. This is why I carry a gun. Right? No. Put that phone down.
Melissa! Melissa! Get to security! Is that a stapler?
It would appear to.
Melissa! Get security on this motherfucker!